Well, welcome back to the 2021 North Island Weightlifting Championships from the Rec Room and Fielding. We are in the final two sessions of the day. A massive weekend down here, 160 entries. We are just waiting for the athlete presentation. After presentation, we will cross over live. To me, I'm going to interview a couple of individuals prior to the start of the men's super. Well, let's go to the scoreboard quickly, have a look. So this is the men's 109 and 109 plus division. So a number of good lifters in here, some big opening weights. We are just waiting for these athletes to set themselves up. So I'm going to pass back to, I'll keep it on the scoreboard. You can keep your eyes running over that. Have a look. I'm going to make sure that they're lining up, because if they're not, I'm going to give them the hurry up.
Feel like a bar, eh? Hey? Does it feel like a bar? A little bit.
Back, apologies. Everybody line themselves up nice and quickly. We're going to do some interviews and I'll bring you in shortly. Just while we're waiting, we'll go on to our sponsors. Session 13, and that is 41 degrees weightlifting. 41 degrees weightlifting. Dyson is approved down Wellington. Session 14 was raised last year.
You already got. Please come through. A round of applause from our speakers today. Thank you, thank you.
Screen.
Shuffle along, please, Alex. I accidentally started calling on Nick.
I'm not getting that feed at all. It's like a
Is that
stationary
everybody?
picture.
All right, so I'm going to go with the order that's on the list here. Alex Stewart from PRB. CS. Oh, I'm really sorry. I should have double checked before we start. George. What? Guys, I'm going to go really quick. Please don't do this to me. CLC, Leo from Takatoa Olympic Weightlifting. Ruben Cooper from HPW, Hawke's Bay Weightlifting. Nate Rayner from SCS. James Green from the Waikato Weightlifting Club. Mike Johnson from Kiwi Barbell. The one and only David Litte from SHU. Roberto Cerezo from Mike's Weightlifting Club. I'm sorry. Oh no. Malachi. Malako. Oh, I'm real sorry. I really wanted to check before this the Papatoetoe Olympic Weightlifting Club. Luan De Beer from FSQ. Stanley Muru from OWC. And Gio Toimata from Tempo Barbell. Thank you, weightlifting. Athletes, let's get this timer started for 15 minutes. You have 9 minutes and 47 seconds left.
We're good. Just going to cut over and we're live. I'm with Hayley Whiting. I've been in commentary with you all weekend. Now I get you in front of the camera. You weren't on this live stream, but for everyone at home, go back and watch Hayley New Zealand record. Is that your first ever New Zealand record?
It is my first New Zealand record. Yeah.
Give me the emotion of it all. I was watching it. We ride it with you. How'd you feel?
It felt really good. It's exciting. I've sort of been chipping away at clean and jerks for a long time. There used to be a big weakness.
Yeah.
So it's nice to like walk out there and know that I've got the foundation to push for some big numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, New Zealand record is really special when you enter the sport at 23, sort of 5 years down the track, finally. Yeah, it's really, really special.
And in terms of now moving forward, obviously Nationals is on the cards. A couple of internationals. I know Oceania's is in the woodwork. It might be moved to online. That might be the chat of it. But give us a little bit of what the rest of the year looks like for you.
Yeah, Nationals in November. Whatever internationals arise with COVID. But yeah, that's what the rest of the year looks like. And 3 out of 3 snatches, not 1.
3 out of 3. Yeah, that's when your total really goes to the roof. But thanks for joining us. Congratulations again. And good luck with the rest of the year and your training.
Thank you.
Good.
Thanks.
I'm going to stay online and I'm going to invite our HP director, Simon Kent. He's going to come in from out of screen. So, big weekend, Simon. Largest ever domestic weightlifting championship. Logistical challenge, but we're getting through it. Give me your thoughts on, I guess, our elite athletes over this weekend. We've got 5 that have been named for our Olympic team. 4 of them have competed here. I've been very impressed, to be honest. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'd agree, mate. Just as well, the size of the field, the way everyone's adapted generally, running these 2 platforms. It's been fantastic to see how coaches, athletes have all come to grips with what's been quite a challenging couple of days. And in terms of those 4 athletes, I've been really impressed. Obviously we've still got Big David to come to finish up, but Kana snatched really well. Megan did exactly what we'd planned to do 4 weeks out, and Cam looked really impressive, looked really strong, and really benefiting from not having to work and just focus on his training. So it's it could be an exciting 4 weeks leading into Tokyo.
Yeah. So in terms of that, we are flying over. Simon has been announced the team coach. Congratulations, Simon.
Congratulations.
So am I. Yes. So we've got a good support team crew going over there. This has been a fantastic build-up. We thank again the Rec Room Fielding, all of our sponsors that have made it available to us this weekend to come down to Fielding, and we look forward to a big couple of sessions. We have 2 live streams running for our final 2 sessions of the day, so make sure you've got both tabs open and get involved, support your athletes. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be live shortly with the men's 109 and 109 plus. Well, welcome back. I hope this audio is coming through nice and clear, because we did bump it round a little bit. I might just do a quick recording to make sure. So welcome to session 13, the men's 109 and 109 plus category. We have the scoreboard. I'll make that available for all of us. There we go. Looks like we're doing okay with the audio. Welcome. If you are at home, say hello. Support your athletes as we go through the final two sessions of the North Island Weightlifting Championships. We have the men's 109 and 109 plus, and we have the women's 87 kilo plus division happening on the other live stream. If you check in there, they will be live in 7 minutes, or 6 minutes and 45 seconds. Apologies, that's where they will be. So the bar is loaded and the clock is running, and the call is on Alex Stewart. I will welcome to the commentary team Declan Ward. Hi Declan, welcome.
Hi Richie.
I will pull you in real quickly. Hi Declan, there we go. Declan lifting for Otago Weightlifting, but lifting this weekend because he resides in Hamilton, as the rules allow athletes that reside in the North or South Island. In fact, we allow anybody to lift at either comp. So it's all about making sure that we give our athletes the opportunity to get on the competition platform. A number of changes coming in through already. Audio is good. Thank you, John, who's sitting next to me, but also giving me comments on YouTube. We're pretty stoked with our setup this weekend. We have subsequently had to halve our setup because we were originally planning on one platform, and the event got so big, 160 entries. This is the largest ever domestic weightlifting event in New Zealand history. And Alex is going to lift off our last session, session 13, 65 kilograms. And he does so in style for good lift. So again, if you are at home, welcome to our live stream. There is the chat session right next to us. Feel free to write to your friends and family. Be respectful, please. They will come back down and watch these videos, no doubt, afterwards. And they will see your support. If you are watching from around the world, let us know where you're watching from. Okay, last session, we had a number of viewers from Fiji. We had Colombia, UK. The reach is massive around this world. Big lineup of athletes in this one. Malachi is getting lots of support already through the live stream. Malachi being one of the Papatoa Olympic weightlifting lifters. Very talented young man. Got a good lineup, good variable age groups here. James, 1998 right through to 2001, younger athletes. So, Declan, welcome. You're not saying much on the live stream just
No,
yet,
you're
mate.
pretty good at filling the time, Richie.
Okay. How's your weekend been?
Pretty busy. Like many members of Weightlifting New Zealand, I have a lot of hats. So I've been helping out back, helping out with the officiating, and lifting myself. So good nice weekend and fielding for that.
I see, even in these last two events, the lifters that are lifting now have been loading the bar, refereeing, adjudicating, running clocks, helping set up, buying coffee. They've been doing everything. So I've been saying all weekend, you join weightlifting not to be a weightlifter. You join weightlifting to contribute to the everything. And again, we can't run these events without everybody chipping in. You'll see the loaders running back and forth today. Oh, here we go. Alex is back. He's had 2 minutes. So 68 kilos, second attempt. Try bring up that scoreboard for you a bit bigger.
Fortunately, just a bit soft there.
No lift, unfortunately, for Alex. So, here we go. Just trying to get my layout correctly. So, Declan looks like he's squinting at the scoreboard. So we'll just get the scoreboard in the right position for him. There you go, Declan. You can have a look at the scoreboard.
Much nicer.
There you go, yes. And then I will just have that front. Move that one to the side and we're much better. Some good support coming through for our athletes already. Let's go to that scoreboard, shall we? So that's our scoreboard. Alex. Real quickly, back to the main platform. Alex last lift 68. He's had 3 attempts following himself.
Fortunately, just hit his knees on the way up there, it looks like.
So let's give everyone a longer look at the scoreboard, shall we? What do we see here? So number of athletes coming through. So these lighter entry totals. So we have a rising bar in weightlifting. You'll see Alex has just had 3 consecutive. You'll now see Roberto called to the platform. He's got 70. He may have to follow himself for a few, and then we've got a couple of athletes on 80. So this will cause a little bit of a slow start to the comp. Everybody out the back will be chomping at the bit to get on the platform. So they've just got to hold themselves back in terms of their warm-up routine. You don't want to be too ready to go if you've still got a long wait. In the meantime, we have Roberto, MWC.
And a nice tiny opener.
He is a member of a newly affiliated weightlifting club in the Hamilton region, Mike's Weightlifting Club. I was saying earlier, there's quite a famous club, Mike's Gym or Mike's Barbell Club in the States, Mike Bergener, but now we've got Mike's Weightlifting Club in Hamilton. Declan, again, just asked you lifted for Otago weightlifting this weekend at the North Island Championships. It's a bit of an anomaly. How do I say that word?
Anomaly.
Yeah, I'll let you with that. So you were studying down in Dunedin, correct?
I was, yeah. I moved down to do my physio degree and became quite attached to my coach down there, Coach Callan. So I've decided to stick with him and the rest of the North Island Otago weightlifting lifters.
There's a lot of Otago weightlifters in the North Island.
Taking over the country slowly but surely.
Yep. So the bar is loaded to 72 kilos. We're just going to let it sit there. As I said, there's a 2-minute clock just running. It is for Roberto, Mike's Weightlifting Gym. And you moved back up to Hamilton, working for a physiotherapy group up there?
I am.
Yep. How's that going?
Oh, so far so good.
Yep.
Very different moving into the working life, coming from being a student.
A poor student.
Yeah.
What do you spend your first paycheck on?
Oh, food.
Oh, the luxuries, eh? Being able to buy food.
Yeah.
Here we go. Roberto, second attempt, 72. Whoa. Oh, he had it. He had it, and I think he hit the relax button. It's not a good button to hit when you've got 72 kilos overhead. He had it secured, but then just rushed his recovery. Lost control. He will get one more attempt. I think he'll stay on that weight. So you'll see the 2-minute clock count down. He will get 2 minutes. When you have consecutive lifts and there is no athlete between you, that is the rules. You get an additional minute thrown on your clock, acknowledging that this is hard work. Well, you deserve 60 seconds more. He's moving up though, which I would too. That was pretty close kind of attempt. Just a little technical fault.
Like you mentioned earlier, Richie, all these 2-minute clocks at the lighter weights really slows down the comp for people opening much heavier. So poor David Litty might have double the time he was expecting.
Well, you got it. So if I was a coach out the back right now, I would have looked at the start board and gone, okay, there's someone starting at 65, there's another starting at 70, there's 80, and you start going, what is the likelihood of them following themselves? So you have, I guess you have to anticipate, take an educated guess that each lift where they're following themselves is an additional, what we call an additional lift on your run sheet. That's how I time it. One of the most nerve-wracking experiences as a coach is to try and get the timing right for your athlete. We're going to go back to the platform. Here he goes. Lots of support for him. Roberto, 74. He's just going to squeeze it this time. Yeah, he's done a good job. Yeah, that's right. He's good correction. Just that focus that he needed on that second attempt. How'd your lifting go this weekend, Declan?
Oh, it was pretty good. I had possibly my worst run up into competition yet, but still managed to come off with a comp snatch PB, so
that's
can't complain.
I always say it, the comp run up, it doesn't really matter except the last week. If you get the last week, you could have had the worst 12 weeks, and if you get the last week right, you can still end up in a pretty good space on the platform. You can have a 12-week build-up and get the last week wrong, and it all falls to pieces. But in the meantime, here's Mike from Kiwi Barbell. To see them back on the platform. Kapiti region. he's powerful. And good lift, majority decision. I think there was a lot of nerves involved with that. Big sense of relief. Hugh Lawrence out the back, coaching, experienced coach. Just trying to calm his nerves back down again. Let's go back to the scoreboard. So as I said, there's a few athletes just starting the competition on the same weight, so it just keeps it pretty slow to start with. Personally, myself, I like it when it just starts going. You just get your timing right, the comp starts, because as soon as you do presentation, it feels like your heart rate's already up a little bit, so you just want to start that process. But if you have to do presentation, get excited, calm down, sit down for 20 minutes, and then start your warm-up. It's a difficult process.
Absolutely.
A few. Sounds like Malakai's got the greatest support online, that's for sure. Lots of people tuning in. Make sure that you let us know where you are in the country, where you are in the world, where you're watching from. Sunday afternoon. Often you've had too much to eat with your Sunday lunch, so it's a good time to just chill out on the couch and watch some weightlifting. Here we have Mr. Grieve. James, he has done everything this weekend. So it's nice to see him out on the platform, finally. 85 kilos, first attempt.
Okay, sorry, Lotus, can we have 47 kilos on there, and that'll put me up to enough for her first attempt.
Oh, beautiful.
And a nice power snatch.
I was just commenting on his beard, not his snatch, sorry. No, that was a good snatch too. A little bit of beard envy. I have to say, he's got a good look going on. No hair, big beard. I might be biased.
Reminds me of an ex-New Zealand weightlifter.
Yeah. We don't have to go to the scoreboard because our next athlete's already ready to go. Mike Johnson, Kiwi Barbell, Kapiti. Good, powerful first attempt.
Good lift, Lotus, can we have 48 on the bar?
It looks good to me as well. Referees say we're okay with that. We've got Mikey from the Sunny Hawks Bay.
A few changes going
Thanks
on.
for joining us, Mikey. Oh, I like that little emoji you're using. Is that a dab, they call that? Am I old?
I believe so.
A dab, okay, I like a dab. Now, if you are watching us, you can go into the skysportnext YouTube, open up a second tab, because we do have another session running at this time, and it's the women's 87 plus kilo division. I've mentioned this many times over the weekend. This is our largest ever domestic event in New Zealand weightlifting history. 160 entries this weekend. And we had to quickly divert from one platform to two platforms. I'm going to give a shout out to Gabrielle Peach, the competition manager for this weekend. She has done an exceptional job of bringing this together. I know she's hard on herself, but as an athlete, even sitting here, I've watched the whole weekend. It has done, or run smoothly, considering the logistics. So thank you, Gabby, from New Zealand weightlifting, and all the athletes and all of us in the sport. And we have Mike. We'll go back to the main platform. Johnson, this is for 3 from 3. He's had a good day. Hi, Barb. Thanks for joining us. And I think he's good. Yes. Well done. Fist pump. You can't get better than 3 from 3. We've got the Roberts whānau from Bayswater and Perth. So good to see everybody tuning in to support their family, friends, fathers, sons.
Yeah, we've got a good range in this session.
Yeah,
A
I
few
see Barbara
Masters
Grieve.
lifters.
Barb Grieve, I'm going to give a shout out to Barb because he's her son right now. James. Oh, good, James. Boom. He's looking good today. James, Barbara Grieve has commented. I'll give a shout out. She will be representing New Zealand weightlifting at the Olympic Games as a technical referee or a technical official. It's a pretty special appointment to be named as a technical. You're going to get front row seats to the Olympic Games weightlifting, Barb, and that will be a lifetime of memories.
Especially considering the lack of spectators.
Yep,
from
you are
overseas at
literally
Tokyo.
one of the lucky ones. So we'll just go back to the scoreboard and have a quick look. So what's happening on the scoreboard here?
James's automatic increase on the bar at the moment, but anticipating.
It looks like he's just following himself because the next one is 100, Stanley. So James will just try and buy himself a little bit of rest, which he's doing, which is clever. Again, the backroom antics that happen here is all about buying yourself rest time or taking away other people's rest time. So the tactics, the backroom tactics, are half of the battle.
One of the more interesting parts in weightlifting, I'd say as well, is the fact that we have a rising bar and you can play with attempts to ruin people's warm-ups.
Yeah, I like to call it, I was saying before, weightlifting is like theatre, because you have a stage, you have lights, you're on the lights, and then it's chess at the same time, because you're just thinking of what their move is, what move can I make to counter their move prior to anything even happening. So it is cat and mouse, and then it can come down to nerves as well. Who, in the last session, we saw everyone going over 165 kilos. And it was a big game of bluff.
Absolutely.
It was like playing a game of poker, and everyone, I don't think anyone had a good hand, but they all just tried to bluff it. Here's James, third attempt. He's doing well, 98 kilos. Oh, not to be. He had a good run into that, good attempt. So no lift. That moves the bar to 105. The call will be on Stanley. I don't know what's chopped the bottom off Stanley. I'll fix that for us so we can actually see. We'll acknowledge his mum and dad on the live stream. Hi, mum and dad. Traveller, Down Under Traveller, supporting Stan from Helensville in Auckland. He's Otago weightlifting as well.
Awesome, that's 49 kilos on the bar and callers on Georgia. Georgia, you've got 1 minute. For your second attempt.
It looks like he is successful with his first attempt. It's a long way up.
It sure is. 6'6", I believe he is.
Wow. I was saying the other day, it's probably the one time where I was so glad that I'm short. He moves really well. He gets back. He gets the height, but then he gets himself back down. Otago weightlifting, is he Wellington based?
He is Wellington based.
Yeah, it seems like Wellington weightlifting is half of Otago weightlifting at the moment.
It would appear so.
So we'll just wait. The bar is 101. They're resetting the clock. Just going to go to the side platform for a second. We're getting a little bit of a delay. They're just having a technical. Callers on Stanley. We're waiting for the clock to start. I'm going to go to the scoreboard. And I'm going to go to the scoreboard. And we should be able to see his scores now. Yes, there we go. The wonders of technology. So we've got a little bit of a delay. Clock is now running. Call is on Stanley. He's moved to the automatic increment of 101. So as soon as you lift, you've completed it, you walk off. 1 kilo is added, not if you want it, but that's just the rules. And then you have to make your decisions. And that is what he is doing, is making decisions. So he's moving up in weight. He's got 103 declared.
Are we anticipating a change of lifter here, Richie?
I don't know. Who we got? 103. Next call is 105. So if Stanley moves through to 105, that will force Ruben Cooper out to the platform.
Ella, please prepare. You may be the lifter to
Let's
follow.
have a look at that scoreboard. Here we go, everybody. Hopefully your screen's reasonably large. Big scoreboard.
Stan only got 1 further change, so
Yeah,
be
you
too much playing
you
around.
can't make too many changes. You run out of changes. You get 1 declared change and 2 additional changes. So you've got to make sure you if you're blindly going up, you've got to have a plan where you're going to, because you might just not get there if you just blindly change your numbers. I think we're okay. The call is moving to Ruben Cooper. Hawke's Bay Weightlifting. I know they've recently held a competition down there. That was probably their largest ever weightlifting competition also. It's great to see so many more clubs taking on that opportunity to host comps. Here's Ruben. I'm going to quickly go because I know he takes off pretty quick. He's a powerful lifter.
Cool, baby loaders, bars loaded, clock is started.
That's a good start. He waits for the referee.
Nice and tidy.
There's the nod of approval.
I believe Nigel Avery was at that Hawke's Bay competition, was he not?
Nigel has been back refereeing.
Loaders can be 53 on the bar.
We were in touch with the Hawke's Bay last year to try and get a championship event down there like what we've done here. We do have that ability with the trailer now, so hopefully the Hawke's Bay will say, hey, Weightlifting New Zealand, come down, we're willing. There's Stanley. Second attempt, 105. Oh, that looks good.
Tidier than the first one. A little
Beautiful.
close with the drop there. Maybe want to wait a second longer next time.
Yep, so if you are commenting on the weight changes, these athletes run out, run back in. Competent changing speeds this comp up. So really quickly out in. Was commenting in the previous live stream about the loaders that get the opportunity. So we talked about Barb refereeing at the Tokyo Olympics, but the prized role of being a loader at the Olympic Games is very special, and they have competitions, weight loading competitions. You have a team of 5, and you are assessed on your timeliness, your I think it's like timing. So the 5 loaders have to stand up in unison. They have to go up in order up onto the stage. They then have to load the bar immensely fast, and then come back off the stage. They will all stand up, and once all 5 people are beside the seats, they sit down in unison. So if you do get the chance to watch Weightlifting Olympics, watch the loaders. It is just beautiful.
A well-rehearsed act.
Well rehearsed. And you get selected for that role. There's competitions for that role. Here's Nate. First attempt, 110. You would have heard a loud call of nice from behind me, and it was indeed.
Almost effortless opener for Nate there.
That's the thing, eh? When you get it right, it does look effortless. When you lift and it feels like a ton off the ground, but then you watch the video and go, oh, that looked pretty easy. But you can't feel what you see in a video.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
And I remember watching some of my best lifts going, oh, that looked pretty easy. But I then remembered how heavy that felt. I was like, oh, God, I remember pulling it off the ground going, oh, gosh, how am I going to do this? Probably not to that degree, but. Then we have Luan de Beer. Bar is loaded for Luan. Again, another tall athlete from Functional Strength in Auckland, my home gym. I know Luan doesn't muck around, so let's go to the front view. Boomfa. Beautiful. That's a great start from Luan.
That'll get him on the board.
Yep. Luan, student at Auckland University. Again, Luan has just been one of those contributors this weekend. He's been loading, he's been coaching, he's been doing every role possible. And now he's lifting. So we've got a number of lifters that have already done that work before. We have a technical, so
It's difficult being a heavyweight and a volunteer at the same time because you're guaranteed to be lifting at the end of the weekend after you've already exhausted
we're just
yourself.
waiting for a technical. This event has some wonderful sponsors, that's correct. The Roberts Whanau, and we can look at that. So those are our session sponsors. The session sponsor for this one is 41 Degrees Weightlifting. Wellington, great club down there. They contribute so much to the Wellington and New Zealand weightlifting. So thank you, 41. Here we have Gio, 110. That's a good opening attempt. You can kind of tell he is going to be successful just from a setup. Beautiful setup. Athlete will station their feet under the barbell and then just try and set that. Well, it depends on your technique, but for that one, he just set his chest nice and proud. Back was set. He looked balanced, and straight away my head went, oh, he's balanced. I think he's going to be good. Here's Jane. Who we got last? Sorry.
Stan coming up now.
Stan, yeah. We're just having a delay with the timer. 110. So we'll go back to that. Session sponsors. Again, a lot of contributors to this weekend. We can't run these events without the support. So, okay, Stan's ready. This is for a final attempt, 110 kilograms. Now his mum and dad's watching at home. Calm, approaches the barbell.
Sorry, team, the Wi-Fi is just a little bit late, so we're just going to try and sort that out, and then we'll be back underway.
Oh, looks good to me. He's happy. Double fist pump, walks out the back.
Good 3 for 3 for Stan.
Fist pumps out the back. Slap on the back. It's good, because he'll now take that into the clean and jerk. It's a game of momentum. You build confidence. 1 lift, 2 lifts, 3 lifts, he'll go at the back. I'm in good shape. Clean and jerk, you'll probably see he'll have a great day with that. Here's Ruben Cooper, he's not wasting time. Hawke's Bay weightlifting. He had the height, just left it slightly forward. Give me a coaching cue to fix that one.
Oh, it looked like he was just a little bit too far behind the bar when he was extending there. So I just want to hold that torso position just a little bit.
A little bit tighter through the midline. was talking earlier when I saw an analogy. It's kind of like the building that we're in. We've got a lot of load over the top at the moment with the roof over our heads. Runs pressure down the beams, and the beams has to transfer that load across an angle into the pillar, and the pillar into the foundation. And that's a good building if you get all those angles right. And in weightlifting, you've got to put that load overhead and transfer that through your skeletal structure, transfer it through the shoulder, down your pillar to your foundation, which is your feet. So you've got to think of it as creating structure where you transfer that load through the structure. It's pretty technical.
Yeah, and in some regards, weightlifting's a bit of a throwing sport as well.
It is a throwing sport, yeah.
So not only do you have to throw it high enough, but you have to position it in a place where you're able to catch it and be stable as you do so.
Yeah. So you've got to throw a straight line, land it on top of your building. Here we go, Ruben's back. He's certainly got the power. Let's see if he can get the position. And he does. What a great correction. Signs off. Thank you very much. He'll go back with some confidence from that as well. I think we're going to see a big clean and jerk from Ruben. There's a lot of power there. Siosi 115 is being loaded for Siosi now.
New lifter coming out.
Big plate change is happening. These are some strong loaders. They're all weightlifters, so flicking barbells around and moving plates like nothing. Roy bought his best shirt for the competition. It's a beautiful Hawaiian shirt there, Roy.
Lifting for this, well, loading for the super heavies is one of the roughest gigs there is.
It is, because you have to move the big weights. Here we have Nate. He's been waiting for a long time for this second lift. Hard weight. Oh, that's beautiful. Double thumbs up. Thank you, referees.
Just another day at the office.
It's always good to thank the referees. I'm a big advocate for getting them on your side.
Absolutely.
They have that ability to make a 50-50 judgment, and if you've done a good job of giving them a smile and a thank on your first couple of lifts, it pays off in the end. Yeah.
Definitely, especially if you've got a shaky elbow.
Oh, yeah.
Always want the refs on your side.
Let's have a little look at our scoreboard, everybody. What's happening? So the call is now on Gio. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He had a beautiful set position, if I remember rightly. Luan has taken a massive jump to 17, which has made a little bit of a weight for him. And then we've got a number coming at 120. Sioso and Nate at 120. So we'll go back to the main platform because looks like he's ready to go. He's just taking his time. The clock, we're waiting on the clock to run. We've just got a bit of a static clock. So generally the rules are that you can't actually approach the platform until the clock is running. Sometimes we have some technical glitches. We've got 2 competition platforms running, so twice the amount of screens running. We just got a technical glitch. I'm going to see if I can help out real quick.
At the moment, the call is on Nate. Just shifted over for Gio, who's standing there waiting, anticipating that he'll be coming out for his second attempt. Bar is loaded and ready for Gio.
Okay, so we just had a technical. Said that he'd already lifted it, but he hasn't, so we had to reset the whole system. So here we go, 116 kilos. It's a second attempt. Had a good setup on his first. I think, let's have a look. Referee, oh, majority decision, no lift. Unfortunately.
Again, just looked like he was a little bit too far behind the bar there.
Yeah,
Unfortunate, but close.
Message from Elaine, grounder. Message supporting from Don Opolongi. That's a famous weightlifting name, Opolongi family. Don himself. Is that the Don Opolongi?
Is he qualified for the Olympics as a 96?
Well, unfortunately Samoa has had, I've seen that they've withdrawn their lifters from the weightlifting because of the travel situation, which is, I'm sure, highly disappointing for their athletes. I was hoping I was going to see something more in the news that they were allowed to or something, but at this point I haven't seen anything.
It's quite unfortunate to hear.
Yeah, let's have a look at the scoreboard while we're waiting, because we've got a 2-minute clock because we have athletes following themselves. At this stage, I can't see who the call is on.
It's on Gio for his
Gio again.
second go at 116. See Luan getting ready, so there might be some backroom antics going
Where is
on.
1-6? Where's Gio on this? Have I cut him off the bottom?
Would look like you have.
I might have. Oh, I'll go back.
Nope, Gio coming back out.
Let's change that scoreboard.
We've had a last-minute stop on the clock here. Fortunately, a change didn't quite come through in time. .117 on the bar, bringing Lionel out instead.
That's a bit better. Hopefully, I've got everybody on the bottom now. Apologies, Gio. Here we cut off the bottom. Here we have Luan. No wasting time for Luan. He's had a big weight though. He saved it. So Luan had a big weight and did a big weight. Dad jokes, there you go. I'm on form for my last session. I've been commentating all weekend. Might as well make it fun. Hopefully you're enjoying this coverage from home. I will thank skysportnext for giving us this platform to share our sport around the world. You are at home in New Zealand, welcome. You are watching the 109 and 109 Plus. If you are around the world, let us know where you're watching from. Let's go back to the main platform. Gio's had a time of it with the technicals. 118 kilos, third attempt. Oh, he saved it. He's good. Come on, give it to him, referee. Yes, he's got it. Seeing if I can influence these referees with a bit of side talk.
Really good of him to come back after that.
Oh, that would have probably almost thrown me, the technicals that he had to endure then, like start, stop of the clocks. You've done well, done well.
Yeah, wouldn't be able to blame him either.
Don't you just love all of these, well, I guess I'm a parent, but when mum and dad pops on to tell them they love you, that's really nice.
Be nice for the lifters to go back afterwards and see all the support
it's
coming
nice
through.
and embarrassing at the same time as well. So, but here's, that is Nate's
Pulls on Felicity.
So Nate, I love it when your mum and dad call you Nathaniel as well, right? So here's, I'm guessing, Nathaniel, 120 kilograms, third attempt. He's looked good. Oh, beautiful. That is great lifting. And I guess the hard part about that is he's had some long interludes between lifts. So he's either sat out the back and gone, I'm okay, or he's gone out and had to do more warm-up lifts. It just can be quite challenging.
Always a tricky choice as well. Difference between 3 minutes and 5 minutes weights.
Yes.
Don't want to come out tired for your next attempt either.
Yep. Here's Luan. This will be a personal best for Luan. Last one looked good. He's going to have to stabilise those shoulders a bit more. Here we go. Oh, unfortunately didn't quite meet lockout. That was high catch. Unfortunately didn't quite make lockout. I'm going to leave you, Declan, for just a minute really quickly.
Bar going to 125 to bring out a final lifter from the 109 kilo session. If successful, this lift will put him in the lead. And a good opening lift. With that, he's got a 5 kilo advantage going into the clean and jerks, but obviously has 2 further attempts. As the next lifter up is Malachi opening up on 140, it would appear that Siasi is going to be following himself, so some 2-minute clocks coming up. Moving up to 128. Anticipate a few more changes, I would imagine, just to buy himself some more, a few seconds really, just to get some more rest in. Something to note with the 2-minute rule is if you are going to elect to put any changes in, you'll need to either declare the weight you're doing or move up before the first 30 seconds have elapsed. Otherwise, you aren't actually allowed to make any further changes. So had he been successful with the 125 and missed that change on the 126, he would actually have to come back out on 126. And it looks like he's coming out to take this. And a snappy second attempt there. Richie just popping onto the platform to help clean the bar. This is another tactic used by some lifters to help buy them a little bit more time. But unfortunately, I do think the bar is actually quite chalked up at this stage, which can actually be deleterious to your grip because it becomes so smooth.
And I'm back, just contributing.
Enjoy your jog.
Oh, I was just looking at that barbell going, it's getting a bit caked. Chalk, lots of chalk on the bar. Oh, I'm back. Always got my eye on what's going to be the next thing that people complain about. So, really between lifts, loaders have to keep their eye on the condition of the barbell. We just take a bit of chalk off every 3 or 4 lifts. Just helps that knurling stay nice and like grippy for them. On the other platform, Gabrielle Peach. Oh, good. Good. Sorry, I'm passing you a commentary over a screen you can't see, but I've just talked about Gabrielle Peach all weekend. She's contributed, helped run this event, and now she's lifting. I've done that one before, and it's hard work to lift after that much stress. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. Where are we?
So also you got a 10 kilo lead at this stage, it would appear.
Yep.
Difficult for Nate to overcome in the clean and jerks, but not impossible.
We've had a few people jump online. This isn't the championship for New Zealand, this is the North Island Weightlifting Championship. So this is half of the championship event for New Zealand. We have a North Island Championships, we have the South Island Championships next week, and in November we have the National Championships. Here's Siosi, lifter for Samoa. Commonwealth Games representative for Samoa, actually. He's pretty happy with that.
Just a very aesthetic looking lift there.
Siosi competed against me at the 2014 Commonwealth Games.
How interesting.
He actually had a crack at the Commonwealth record clean and jerk to try and get on the podium. Unfortunately, he just missed it and came 4th, I think it was.
How heavy would that have been?
194 kilos. So he has done some big lifts. Great to see him back again. Here we have Malachi. I know he's got lots of support online, so get him behind him online. 140 kilograms. Wow. That's how you make a statement on your first lift?
Absolutely.
Powerful young man, Malachi. 2001.
Still a junior.
Still a junior. That's a good start. So
Have some more 2-minute clocks. So
yeah, that'll slow down the comp a bit. So we can have a chat. That's all right. Let's go to the scoreboard. So yes, this is the North Island Weightlifting Championships. Clubs in the North Island or anyone generally residing in the North Island competes at this event. However, this is an open championship, so athletes from the South Island can travel to lift. The goal is to give everyone the opportunities to get on the championship platforms. Next weekend, we are in Nelson. So we will be live in Nelson for the South Island Weightlifting Championships. And then later this year, we've got a number of live events. Actually, we will be in Hamilton for the secondary school championships. And we will be in Tauranga, or the Mount, for the national championships. And then the last event for the year will be the National Masters Championships. We're live streaming all of these events now. We are live streaming these events thanks to all of our sponsors, and particularly to the Sports Collective, SkysportNext, for giving us this channel to share our sport. See, there's a little bit of a delay from where we are through to the live stream, and you can see all of these support messages come through when the lift goes live through to YouTube. Remember, these athletes will come back and watch this stream. It does save. So the messages of support that you're putting for them, they will see. It's really important that these athletes know they are supported around the country. Not everybody can get down to fielding, or up to fielding, or into fielding for the weekend. Lots of barbell loading. Here we go. What do you reckon? Another power snatch, 147 kilograms?
I'm hoping so.
Malachi, 147. Good lift. I love the modesty as he walks off.
He knows what he's done.
Fist pump with the coach. A little bit forward on that one, so still successful. I'm sure he'll want to try and place that a little bit further back.
Gabs with another good lift on the other
Gabby's
platform.
having a great day over there. Probably because she hasn't thought about it all weekend. She's been so busy. Yeah. Malachi is from Papatoe Olympic Weightlifting Club. I don't know Malachi's background, but he's certainly got lots of support. I'm sure some of his family are watching, so you could give us more of an insight into Malachi's heritage and where he's coming from. But he is certainly an athlete to look out for, that's for sure. He is very
Seems like
powerful.
He's attracted some support from people who don't even know him, which is
Yeah, it's great. Well, that's the thing about this, right? We're all individuals, but we're all here willing the weight to go above everybody's head, so it's an amazing sport. That's why I've been on for so long. I love it. You'll hear lots of support happening on the platform next to us. There is some fantastic lifting in the women's 87 kilo plus. That is subsequently live streaming as well, so you can find that in the YouTube channels. You could open up 2 tabs, watch them simultaneously.
In fact, we'd encourage it.
Yes. I will congratulate John Ashahi, who's my cameraman. I threw him in the deep end this weekend to do the live stream switching and commentary. He's laughing at me. And he's working on Beats headphones with the microphone plugged in. So we ran out of live streaming equipment, but we're doing our best. And we have the comp platform being loaded.
Malachi coming out now.
Malachi is part Colombian. Oh, very good. No wonder he's good at this. Colombian weightlifters know how to lift weights. Here we go. 151. Third attempt. I think he saved it. Oh, majority decision. What a save. What a save. Oh my gosh, I almost took off. Centre referee Carl Duncan holding his nerves. Nerves of steel.
It's a dangerous position.
There's not a lot between him and that barbell. So another one is my camera. Oh gosh, here we go. He's done really well. Bar is loaded to 160 kilos now. This is First attempt for David Leety. David's in his final preparations for the Tokyo Olympic Games. This will be effectively a training outing for him, but still to get on the competition platform is really important. So David is the national record holder at 183 kilos in the snatch. Oh, easy work. Good work. As I said, just an outing for David. It's probably mid-cycle of Olympic training. So I had one of my athletes earlier, Kana. She snatched 96, went for a New Zealand record, and then we just chose to, let's not chase big numbers. We've got a very important event in 4 weeks' time. So I think we'll be seeing that from David as well. So that just a training event. Get out here, get in front of everybody, get your hands on the barbell, and get prepared for the big game.
Leave just enough in the tank.
Yeah. You see, we had more input on Malachi. Malachi is also part Māori, Kiwi-born Samoan. I don't know who to believe. All I know is that he's a really, really good weightlifter. So whatever genealogy is in there, it's very strong.
Yeah, look forward to seeing where he's going to go in the future.
Yeah. Benny, Malachi is from another world. Oh, there we go. That's the difference. The
That
point
one
of
I can
difference.
believe.
Yeah. And we're just waiting. This is going to run down the clock a little bit. There'll be a couple of changes. David. I don't know. The bar's stuck on 161. Did he make a change? I don't know.
We've got the screen showing
David's
70.
chosen
yeah.
not to take any more lifts, so that will move us to a 10-minute break. So as I said, David's just doing an outing, which is good. That's what he's got, a bigger event in the future coming up. So 160 gets him on the board, and I'll just take us over to the scoreboard. You'll see that David is actually withdrawn from the snatch.
Is he withdrawn from the competition?
I don't know. It looks like he's withdrawn from the competition, so saving himself for the big dance. That will give us 10-minute break. We will be back with you in approximately 10 minutes. We'll wait for the screen to play out. Let's go to a holding screen. And in 10 minutes, we will be playing out.
Testing. And a good first lift for Alex. It would appear we made a mistake earlier when we said that David had withdrawn from the competition. He'd just withdrawn from the snatch portion and will in fact be joining us again for the clean jerks. Alex almost certainly going to follow himself. Automatic increment of 71. But anticipating a change. And first change has come through. Be moving up to 73. Another change come through, moving up to 75, which will bring out the red plates. Some of these changes are a little bit more tactical than others, because you know that bringing on a new plate will always take just a little bit longer than changing an incremental. And a good lift there by majority decision. Now there'll be a few reasons why a lifter will choose to do a power cleaner competition. Could be due to an injury, or in less experienced lifters it can be a confidence thing. But it also could just be that they're limited more so by the jerk than they are the clean. So they'd rather save their legs with shortening that range of motion, saving themselves for the jerk. But it is less common, as you generally cannot lift as much weight as if you opted to do a full clean. Another 2-minute clock here for Alex. Change up to 77. Next lifter will be opening up on 100 kilos, so almost certainly going to see Alex following himself. Moving up to a nice round number now, 80 for Alex. And he's getting ready to come out and take this. Here he comes. And 3 whites there for Alex. Jumping up to Roberto now at 100 kilos. It's looking like these clean and jerks aren't going to be quite as close as the snatches were. So. Which just means that the competition will slow down a little bit more. And Roberto coming out for this. Slowly. Would appear that Luan's actually put his clean and jerk opener as the same as his snatch. It's scheduled to be the lifter to follow. Bit of a shaky lift there, unfortunately. So we'll have a 2-minute clock and follow himself. Bit of a crossroads here. If the rep's not too difficult, do you elect to go up and take a bit heavier? Or do you just stick to the same weight? As he's not really competing for a placing, he might just elect to take the weight again. First 30 seconds has elapsed, so if they haven't put a signature down on the sheet, they will be forced to take this again. It does look like he's standing there ready to come back out to the platform. Here he comes. And that looks like a bit more of a solid lockout there. Judges agree, 3 white lights. Call for 101 on the bar, but I imagine they'll move up. Loaders are making quick work of this. Roberto preparing to come out for 105. coming up to 1 minute remaining. Roberto doing up his wrist wraps. Here he comes. Unsure about that lockout, and judges disapprove. Roberto's last lift there, and the one has moved up to 115, so this will now bring out James for his opening attempt. Got a few lifters here with 115. Change of call again. Now Mike.
We are now changing to Mike Johnson at 115.
What's that last time? We can start a 2-minute clock for Amy's next attempt.
Mike coming out for this.
2 minutes on the clock. Stop the clock. She wants some more. She's going up to 62. Notice when you have 62 on the bar, and this will bring out Georgia for the second attempt. 1 minute on the clock.
And a good opening lift there for Mike.
Well done. Can we please make
Call now changes to one, who will still be opening his clean and jerk lighter than his final snatch at this stage. And he's coming out to take it. And a nice tidy opener. Once Richie returns, we'll have to ask him what the situation there is, because it is quite peculiar for lifters to be clean and jerking so close to their snatch.
the bar is ready and the clock is on.
The one now has a 2-minute clock. Anticipating him to go up, and the call to change to James, 118. And there it is. Call now changes to James. And a little soft elbow there on the left, so unfortunately a no lift there for James. Bar will stay at 118 for his second attempt, and he'll get a 2-minute clock for that. Another interesting feature of weightlifting competitions is if you are awarded a 2-minute clock and the call changes to someone else, they can elect to go up and in fact burn your 2-minute clock. So that's always a risk you face if you choose to go up after a missed lift or after following yourself. It's that you may lose your rest time.
Can we please have 120 kilos on the dumbbell? This will bring up
We now have a few lifters 120 down as an attempt for their second lift. First up, we'll expect Mike Johnston might come out for this, and here he comes. And not quite there. We'll have another go at that, but the call has now changed to Luan for his second attempt. But should Luan and James both opt not to take 120, that would burn Mike's clock and he would have to take 120 again on a 1-minute clock. It does look like that will not be the case as James is readying to come out.
The platform is in and ready for you. 1 minute. Luan.
Call is actually on Luan at the moment. Nope, and change back to James. And here James comes. Easy clean there. Fortunately, another no lift there. Just looked like the bar was slipping a little bit during the dip drive of the jerk phase.
He will have the opportunity to run a 2-minute clock down for himself. James, we all believe in you.
As Luan has elected to move up to 125, James will have a 2-minute clock at 120, as there's no one else with 120 on the board at the moment. James coming back out. Lots of crowd support for James. Even easier than the last. Unfortunately, another no lift there for James, so he has failed to secure a total. Call now changed to 125, which brings out another red plate. Nice, easy clean there for one. And a solid jerk to go with it.
Oh, no, sorry, 125 to bring out Mike Johnson for his third final attempt.
Call has now changed to Mike. The bar 125 for his third attempt. He was unsuccessful at 120, so this is a big increase. A lot of power in that one, but unfortunately just couldn't quite stabilize it overhead. Did good to come back from that, as it was 10 kilos higher than his last successful clean and jerk. At the moment, we have 126 on the bar for Lawan. As his last lift was 125, we're anticipating a change here. Lifter to follow at the moment, Stan. Oh, we're going good, Richie. Thanks for joining us. I was just noting before that Lawan's clean and jerk attempt was quite close to his snatch opener. Lawan has elected to go up. Now Stan is coming out to the platform. Really great opener there for Stan.
I'm going to try and welcome myself back in. Apologies, we're having some technical meltdowns on the next platform. We've just been trying to play catch up. Let's have a look at the scoreboard in the meantime. What have I missed? We have a number of these young athletes. Lawan, callers on Lawan. Bar is counting down for him. He started his clean and jerk lighter than his snatch. Yes,
He did indeed.
that is rare. What's the thing is he always comes out and makes it look easy, right? So it's not a strength thing, it's a confidence thing.
If anything, the 25 looked even easier.
Needed a stronger coach at the back to go, no, you're not starting that light. So a number of lifters still to come out. Oh, it's good. David is still lifting. I see 205's listed as his opener. It was just a technical when they knocked him out of that. So he took one snatch. So we'll see some lifts there.
One taking some big jumps, and Ruben now coming out.
Ella, please prepare. You may be the lifter to follow.
Ruben looked good in the snatches. He looks strong, so I think he'll make easy work of this.
2 minutes is on the clock. Start the clock. Felicity wants to go to 55. Loading on
Lost a hand on the bar.
Quite surprising there. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, that's... Again, we've got a few lifters on this, so the comp runs pretty smoothly.
Another new lifter, Nate coming out.
Nate snatched really well.
Unfortunately, a no lift.
No lift. Might have been those lockouts. Yeah, he looks back at the referees and points at his elbows, like, wasn't my elbows. Just looking back at this. Caller's on Stanley still. He should get 2 minutes because he is following himself. Did he move up? Did I see that he's already moved to 35?
This will be Stan coming out now.
Stan, yep. Sorry. If you are at home supporting these athletes, do let them know in the chat or the comment section of the live stream. If you are watching from around the New Zealand, let us know where you're watching from. If you are watching from around the world, let us know where you're watching from. Here we have Ruben Cooper, Hawke's Bay Weightlifting, second attempt. That's a much better lift.
And a good jerk there.
On the scoreboard. Good work.
Always takes a bit of pressure off once you're on the board.
Does. And these boys loading this bar again.
Nate eager for his next attempt.
Yep. Loaded bar. Let's have a look. Nate's approaching.
1 minute on the clock.
He's saying there's a little bit of blood on the bar. They'll do a quick clean. So roll it to the back.
Looks like the bar is getting quite chalked up as well.
Scoreboard. Yeah. Bit of blood, sweat and tears into the platform. They'll give it a squirt with some disinfectant. So we are getting down to the final stages of the North Island Weightlifting Championships. This is the last session. We are running a dual live stream at the moment. The women's 87 kilo division is on the other platform. We have some technical difficulties on that platform and the scoreboard got behind. The system that we use is an online system, so it has to go through the internet. And well, we've got a lot of things with the dual platforms running. I'm surprised we got this far through the event without this much technical stuff. So here we go. Nate is ready to walk to the platform. I will commend the other technical officials for continuing the competition.
Like a lot more convincing jerk there. So Nate on the board as well. Solidified a third place, at least in the 109s. But may well battle out for second with Ruben.
Some big jumps from Luan.
Yeah, 10 kilo jumps at those weights are quite significant.
Maybe in the future he could just start a little heavier and he wouldn't need to take such big jumps. He has done that weight before. I do know he has been busy all weekend as well.
Those delays between attempts as well can get to you.
Here is Stanley, second attempt, 138 kilograms. Nice tidy lift for Stanley. Good lift.
Fortunately,
Oh no, it wasn't
no
no
lift
lift.
there.
Sorry, my bad.
By majority decision.
Unfortunately, referee saw a technical infringement.
Must have been a little soft in the elbows, I imagine.
So we are. I'm just going to say this has been a long weekend, and you can usually tell by the scoreboard. You start to see a lot of red in the clean and jerks because Sunday afternoon, I know it's a normal weightlifting comp, but it has been a long, high energy weekend, and at these final stages of these events, we start to see this. So the successful super heavies are the ones that save themselves with a clean and jerk.
Stan's elected to go up.
I've been challenged to say Malachai's last name.
I reckon you can give
Now,
it a good go.
out of respect, that's why I have been unable to pronounce that, but Fama Usali Fala.
I think that was a good go.
Apologies, it's a challenge for me. In the meantime, Gio.
And a good lift there for Gio.
Bob's blinds. If you could phonetically let me know how to say that. I didn't have the chance to go out the back prior, so usually I would get the opportunity to go and ask the athletes how to pronounce their last names correctly. I did not get that chance. Out of respect, I just used their first names.
Believe they've got a drink.
Yep,
on the
so
line.
I think someone just got a Coke out of me. In the meantime, Ruben Cooper, third attempt, 140, good numbers.
A lot of activity going on.
1 minute on the clock.
Well, he's got it overhead, but I don't know.
And a no lift.
Unfortunately, no lift, soft elbow.
Which means Nate has secured himself a second place at least. Depending on how Siassi's lifts go.
This comp's going like a rocket. Everyone's straight out in the bar.
Very eager.
This isn't Stanley. The call was on Stanley. I'm a little bit confused what's happening right now.
Some technical
'Cause
difficulties, I imagine.
Nate just came out and he's got 143. I'm confused why Nate ran out there and did that. Because he's listed 143. I don't even think he looked at what was on the bar. He just ran out, grabbed it, and lifted it.
So in those circumstances, he will get another attempt.
Yes, because it wasn't him. I'm pretty certain Nate didn't even listen to the announcer call it. Oh, I'm so confused right now.
Stan moving up as well, so.
I'm really confused. So, I'm just going to go back to the platform and just forget I never saw that. So, hopefully.
Another lift just for show then from Nate.
Oh, I'm just so... Well, they gave Nate 140. Maybe Nate was supposed to take 140, but then they'd entered it wrong at the back because I've given it to him now. Okay, now the bar is at 143, which is correct. Stanley's final attempt. Oh, it's good.
That was a convincing lockout.
So I'm
Judges
convinced.
agree.
Yeah, referees were convinced. Crowd was convinced.
I'm not sure if that's an all-time PB for Stan, but I'm pretty certain it's a comp PB, so he'll be pretty stoked with that. Always a risky call when it's just a soft elbow on a second attempt. Do you retake it and try and maximise your total? Do you go heavier?
Yeah.
I believe you've made a few calls like that before,
Rob,
Richie.
you've asked what does phonetically... Oh, it's a long day. Phonetically, that means how I would say it and pronounce it. Fa ma o sili fala. Beautiful. Thank you, Sandra. Fa ma o sili fala. That is Malachi's last name. And we'll cop over to that. I'll let you all have a good opportunity. I'm very impressed by his lifting today. I'm looking forward to seeing him come out. In the meantime, we do have Gio loaded 146 kilos. He's had a good day. Good to see him successful in these lifts. Oh, stabilise it. He waits. Referees say, majority
no
decision. No lift. He worked hard. So bar is being reset. He actually gets 2 minutes. Oh, good work, Gabby. She's on the platform next to us. She's having a good day. We're waiting. We've got a 2-minute clock. Let's go back to the scoreboard. We're going to see some big lifts coming up. We've got Malachi Fa'amosili Fala. He has 170 kilos. I'm not going to have a crack at that name anymore, but just called Malachi. David Leedy's got 205 listed. Siosi Leo is 163. As I said, I competed against Siosi at the Commonwealth Games 2014. I believe his best is 190, but I also believe, I was going to say he's the same age as me, but I was completely wrong. I'm 10 years older than him. That's fine. He's a very talented lifter, lifting in Papatoe weightlifting now, so made the move to New Zealand. Samoa weightlifting, very strong weightlifting nation in the Pacific. Really strong program there, and they produce multiple Commonwealth and Olympic athletes. There's a lot of cheering going on. If you're missing out, open up another tab and go find out the other live session at the moment, the Women's 87. It is in the Sky Next catalogue.
Gio moving up to 150 now.
We go back to the scoreboard. Let's go back to the scoreboard. I'll put that over. I'll bring it up so Declan can not have to squint. There we go. Yeah, Gio, that's a big jump. Up to 150. I think that might be one of those numbers where he's just had aspirations to head there. So let's get him behind him. Milestone number 150. He's ready to go. He's not even giving me time to get it on the main platform. Here we go.
And a good lift.
Well done, 150. Fist pump to the coach. Kyle out the back, 3216 weightlifting. And they're based in Cambridge. No, 3216?
Hamilton.
Hamilton, sorry. It's kind of like telling someone from up north of there in Auckland, isn't it? Oh.
Gabby with another good lift on the other platform.
I was hoping she was going to have a good day on the lifting platform. It just rounds out a very stressful week for her.
Absolutely.
160 for COC. I know this man's really powerful, so don't be. I'd expect this almost to be a power clean.
Oh, here's hoping.
Beautiful.
Nice
When
easy opener.
a lift is executed like that, it's like a thing of beauty, isn't it? Like, just makes you feel good.
No doubt about it.
I'm sure he feels good, but it makes everyone watching just go, I feel good about that. Yeah. Sandra and Bob commenting on my pronunciation. I do my best. Random story, I actually used to go to Tonga a lot as a child.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah, I used to go out to a little island off Nuku'alofa. I was the only little white kid that got adopted into the local school there, so I loved it.
I mean, questioning whether you've got some Samoan heritage
Yeah,
yourself.
no, I have been to Samoa a lot. We were lifting at their fantastic weightlifting venue when it was first opened up there. Obviously, I have a lot of Samoan weightlifting friends.
Malachi coming out with a big opener.
My heyday was Ali Opalongi. She was an inspirational athlete for the region. And the Opalongi family are really dominant family in weightlifting. There we go, Malachi, 170 kilos first attempt. Powerful jerk. Made no.
What a great opener.
Yeah. Made that look like a feather.
It's always impressive watching some lifters get some good whip on the bar.
Yep.
Really helps with those heavier jerks.
Oh, Gabby, we're just looking at the other platform. Gabby's so close on 95. Big weekend. I think she deserves a round of applause anyway. She has done a massive amount of work this weekend. We are waiting on this platform. There is 170 loaded for COC. He's not turning up, so it makes me think that he's going to bump it up. Yeah, he has. So the bar moves to 71 for Malachi. I'm highly doubting Malachi's going to take 1 kilo more.
Especially on a 1 minute clock.
I wouldn't be surprised if he takes a 5 or a 10. If you are at home, let us know where you're watching from. All of these athletes will come back and watch this live stream. They will see your support, and there is nothing better than knowing that you have a team behind the team. We had yesterday lifters watching us from around the world. The UK, I think we've got some from the UK on the live stream at the moment. Colombia, Fiji, Samoa. We thank skysportnext for giving us this channel to share our sport to not only our weightlifting community and the sports community of New Zealand, but around the world.
COC coming back out.
Here we go, 173 COC. second attempt.
Bar is loaded at 100. Stop the clock, and I want some more. Can we have 100 kilos on the bar, please? 101.
Oh. He's showing us.
Good dance maneuvers going on there.
Yeah. Love
And
it.
the rest of the show.
What was that? Was that the cha-cha-cha or the, I don't have
Bit
a
of
clue.
samba.
Samba? Yeah, a bit of samba. It's got to be the world's heaviest samba. 173 kilos above your head doing a little dance. With style, with a smile. Beautiful. Okay, let's have a little look at the scoreboard while we're waiting.
We've got a 2-minute clock.
So, yep, the bar is moved to 174. He will make a change. Malachi has taken a 5 kilo jump to 75. I'd say that's what he'll take.
Junior record is 184, so he may be making his way towards that.
That's
But
a
it
bit
is
of a
quite a
jump
way off.
yet.
175 on the bar for Malachi.
So we've got a change going. A lot of bars. So 175 is the magical number. Sees red plates, 3 reds each side. This is a bit of a milestone for a lot of athletes. Number one, because it looks good in the photos. Makes you look stronger. The bar is loaded. Bit of hype, the hype team out the back. Oh, Malachi's going more, 177. Thought he'd end up somewhere between a 5 and a 10 kilo. He's good to go. Let's have a watch. He's strong. We know he's strong. He's got a good jerk. He does have a good jerk. I think that's good. Majority decision, good lift. Oh, there's some great support down here for him. He's certainly a crowd favourite. It's great to see this support from, well, not only in person here. We've been so lucky to use the Rec Room fielding. Thank you so much for giving us your facility. Well, not giving us facility for the weekend. We took over. But great to bring a championship event to the regions. As I said, we have been lucky enough to be granted funding from the International Weightlifting Federation, the Oceania Weightlifting Federation, the Southern Trust, and this is us. This is how we got down here. Threw everything in the trailer, brought it to the region. So we are looking to take championship events around the country. If you've got a facility that can host us, the goal is to take these events and grow the sport outside of our main centres. We are currently in a wait because we've got a couple of changes coming. So bar is loaded. Sitting next to John, who's doing a great job on the other live stream. I'll do a nice transition for him with the lift leader transition. There you go. John has not only developed our entry system for our championship events, where it makes it a lot easier for our athletes to enter these events. And he's also doing a great job in helping promote the sport by running the other live stream. A lot of camera work as well. Here we go. We have Siasi, 180 kilograms. Oh, it's good.
103, please, loaders.
Oh, good jerk. Oh, he doesn't do the dance. Yeah, but I think he's good, yeah.
That time around.
He let the referee know. He almost made the decision for the referees then. That was great.
Okay. Can we have 181 kilograms on the bar?
181. He's got. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. Malachi's going for 181. This is just below the New Zealand junior record, correct? 184.
I believe it is 184 at this stage as a standard.
Oh, here we go.
So looking to meet that standard now.
Okay, so this will probably maybe be the New Zealand total record.
This would give them the total record as
The
well.
New Zealand junior total record. Here we go. This is a big lift. This is to put your name in the record books. We know he's got a good jerk. It'll be about him standing this clean up.
Loaders, can we have 106 Titans?
Unfortunately, couldn't quite wrap it there.
Couldn't quite rack it, but he is a young man with a huge future. He gets a hug in the corner from his coaching team. That certainly a name to look out for in the future. One that I will learn to pronounce.
I'm sure I'll give that record a good crack at
You
nationals.
see a whole heap of plates getting thrown on the bar right now. And this becomes a first attempt for David Leety, 205. They're going to give the bar a clean as well. A little bit of blood on the bar. Blood, sweat and tears this weekend. David just performing one snatch. Obviously he is our Olympian, so he has a big competition in approximately 4 weeks. All of our Olympians actually in the northern region competing this weekend. Cameron McTaggart, New Zealand records this weekend. Megan Signal, New Zealand records. Kana snatched well. Then we withdrew from the clean jerk just to save it for the big show. And now we've got David. He performed one snatch, 160. As I said, this is just a training for him. We've got a change, 218 kilos going on the barbell. And lots of... Did I just see Gabby come over this side?
You did.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
She's now jumped in as a loader.
She just doesn't stop. Gabrielle Peach, organising all weekend. Let's go to the main platform. Okay. David Leety, 218. First attempt.
Come on, David.
Oh, easy. Rearranges the hands.
No lifting. Good lifting, Gordon. Well done. Loaders, can we have 108 on the bar, please?
Corrects it.
And a
A
good
little
lift.
A little bit forward. I see coach. I think they're going to call that a day. Just getting a total. Save it for the big show. They're having a discussion. We'll see. We'll see if they take any more lifts. I'll do side platform for a second. So we may have seen the only lift for David as he is in the middle of a training cycle. We'll wait for the scoreboard. So we can move to the scoreboard quickly. We'll keep an eye on it. If we see any changes, that means he'll come out for more. If we don't, it might just go red dash dash like he did in the snatch. Just the total, training total. We will see. We wait.
And he has withdrawn.
That's correct. So David has withdrawn from the rest of the comp. He's saving himself for the big dance. Thank you to all of those that have contributed to this weekend. We will go to our sponsors just to thank them. So again, this brings us to the end of the 2021 National North Island Championship, sorry. And we have all of our sponsors listed. A massive thanks to our session sponsors, Extend, Pilates, Lift Leader, McDonald's, Imagery Group, Rose Bowl Cafe, Remedy, Kombucha, Ute Cole, Mitre 10. We've got the Future Focus, Royal Bush, 41 Degrees Weightlifting, raised lower. Massive weekend down here in Fielding. We hope you've enjoyed yourself. We hope you've enjoyed the live stream coming from here this weekend. And we are going to play you out. And we look forward to welcoming you back to the live stream next weekend for the South Island Weightlifting Championships, live from Nelson Weightlifting. And later in the year as well, when we come back for the national championships for the various age groups, secondary school, senior and masters. Signing out, Richie Patterson, Declan Ward for Weightlifting New Zealand.